height of discovery and not act.
Oh, what's so great about discovery? It's a violent, penetrative act that scars or explores what you call discovery. I call the rape of the natural world.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Park guest, it is I, Birding Gamer, and some even call me
Dinosaur Man!
Colossal Laboratories and Biosciences. Remember that name because in just a few short years, they may be the true real-life engine bringing prehistoric life back to, well, life. We have had some very interesting news given to us by Colossal Laboratories here just within the past few days of some major breakthroughs in the potential of possibly bringing back some prehistoric extinct animals, such as the woolly mammoth. Now, I put up a little comment on my in my comment section the other day, and very quick to have some people jump in and say, yeah, you're talking about the mammoth and the mouse situation, aren't you? Well, it's not something that's been kind of hidden away. This is quite the large situation that I really do think needs to be discussed, especially in the paleo, community. This is big news. They have created pretty much a genetic hybrid of, a mouse that has now the qualities, or some of the qualities, of, the possibilities of a woolly mammoth. I have pulled a few little lines here from a CNN website here that I was going to read to you guys. That way you have a little idea of what is going on here. So, to create the woolly mouse, Colossal said it had identified genetic variants in which mammoths differed from their closest living relative, the Asian elephant. The company's scientists then pinpointed 10 variants related to hair length, thickness, texture, color, and body fat that corresponded to similar known DNA variants in a lab mouse. For example, scientists targeted a gene known as FGF5, or fibroblast growth factor 5, which targets the cycle of hair growth, creating longer and shaggy hair. They also altered the function of 3 genes related to hair follicle development and structure to create woolly hair texture, wavy coats, and curled whiskers. The company said in a news release, other target genes include MC1R, or melanocortin 1 receptor, which regulates melanin production in order to produce mice with golden hair rather than a usual dark fur, and variant associated with changes in body weight. This may not sound like a lot to you guys. It may sound very confusing to some of you, just like it does me. But what this means is they have been able to pretty much give mice woolly hair. Now, if they could do that with a mouse, what is to say that they could not do that with a elephant? Now, they do say that the closest relative we have is the Asian elephant, so it's a little interesting to see that an Asian elephant is the closest relative to the mammoth. I'm sure, but there are different types of elephants, Asian, African. I'm sure, I know I'm drawing a blank here, but, it does indeed mean that there could have been different types of mammoths, which we do know. You have your mastodon, you have your Dinotherium. Those are not mammoths, but they are pachyderms, prehistoric pachyderms to be exact. So it does mean that different animals or different elephants could have evolved from different prehistoric elephants, obviously. I mean, we have even some that were no bigger than a pygmy hippo, or the pygmy mammoth, I believe they're called. So it's interesting to know that, they are saying, and I have been looking at their website. I'm actually got it up right here as I'm talking with you guys, that this place, the Colossal Laboratories and Biosciences website, is quite interesting. I feel like I'm looking at an actual Jurassic Park or Jurassic World website. This is like a real thing. This is not like, something for a movie or a video game. They have different topics that you can click on their website, such as de-extinction, species index, conservation, science and technology, a better world company, Labs News Index, all that good stuff. And then when I click on the species index, it actually gives me a in-depth detail of the different animals that they are actually wanting to bring back to life. And so far, their top 3 on their list are the woolly mammoth, the thylacine, or the I almost said Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Tasmanian tiger, and a dodo. I would say those are probably the top 3. The thylacine definitely being the easiest because we actually just recently lost those if you think about it. It's only, we have, it was in, I want to say the late 1900 or late 1800s or early 1900s that we lost that first our very last thylacine that we know of. Of course, it's one of those cryptids now that everybody swears they see them and they find footage of them out there. But it is one of the it's the most recent extinct animal. Mammoth being extinct roughly, I think they said about 4,000 years, and the dodo. Well, there is history of the dodo where we've had early settlers that mentioned that. But then when you look at their website, they have a little snippet here I'll read to you guys. The science of de-extinction never sleeps and knows no bounds. At Colossal, our pursuit of healing Earth and its inhabitants is tireless. From the overhunting to poaching and habitat loss, we're committed to rectifying the past and rehabilitating nature on a global scale. Tell me this is not straight up Jurassic Park, guys. This is like an evil company in the making. Our efforts to resurrect extinct species like the woolly mammoth, Tasmanian tiger, and dodo are reshaping the future of conservation. Together, we will soon wake up to a better tomorrow, as will these not-forgotten species, who all deserve another day in the sun. Now, from what I'm looking at, none of the animals that they're even trying to bring back have anything to do with, hey, this could seriously cause a Jurassic World or Jurassic Park situation. They are wanting to bring back some of these smaller species, such as the mammoth, thylacine, and the dodo, which is not a small deal. I mean, let's be honest. But then as you scroll down, they do have images of animals that they would like to eventually bring back. A cave hyena being one of them, the dire wolf, a type, I think it's an auroch, a woolly mammoth, obviously, the giant land sloth. They're literally just trying to do Jurassic Park, but with, not dinosaurs. They're extinct cheetah, and some of these animals being stuff that we have lost here in just the past, I'd say, century or so. Now, the Smilodon makes me nervous. They do have a Smilodon on there, but I don't know if they're actually thinking about bringing that back. But this is a massive deal in the world of science, and a lot of people are coming out and saying this is a hoax, this is crazy. It's not a hoax. There is footage of these mice. They are real. To me, it kind of took me off guard because I was like, it just looks like a long-haired mouse. But it's not just a long-haired mouse. It's a woolly mouse, and it's not something that we have necessarily had before. So it does have a thicker coat. It does have a little bit, the skin is able to handle a little bit colder temperatures than a normal mouse would be able to. So this is a big deal in the way of science and paleo science as a whole. We could very well, and they say that their goal is to be able to bring back a mammoth. Now, they're not bringing back a mammoth, but more or less, to me, it sounds like they're going to, try to use, the most common animal that it would be related to, which is the Asian elephant, and kind of make an Asian elephant with fur. So there you go. You'd have that. And then eventually down the road, you would have to incorporate genes and, some genome splicing and all that good stuff in order to then create longer tusks, because mammoth had these very prominent tusks that, they used for, defense. And I'm sure, mating display, bigger tusk means stronger men. So there's a lot to go into this. And it's one of the topics I definitely needed to cover on this channel because this is a big deal. Bringing back a mammoth, this is not just something small, and it's been kind of a dream and always something that was just in the movies and in the video games thanks to Jurassic Park and other paleo media. But this very well could, and this isn't a for sure thing, but this could be the end of a dream and the beginning of real life. So what do you guys think about Colossal Laboratories and Biosciences coming back and bringing mammoths back to life and thylacines and dodos? Would it be best that they just leave it at that and leave the dinosaurs in the back, in the back seat and just let those sit there, but bring back some of our more not modern, but most recent extinct animals when you think about it? Because you looking at 65 million years ago for T-Rex, but you're looking at 4,000 years ago for a mammoth. I mean, long enough for when the pyramids were being built. I mean, there is proof that mammoths were around the same times that the pyramids in Egypt were actually being built. And it's kind of it's been back and forth in a lot of science, in history, wondering if mammoths were actually used in the building of those pyramids. Now, of course, there is the movie 10,000 BC, but that was, that is a very large fake media news kind of a thing, where it's like, just it's for good movie purposes. But there have been mammoth bones and mammoth skulls found in certain tombs with pharaohs. So it's very interesting to wonder, they're not as extinct as our dinosaurs are. They were here a lot earlier, or a lot longer, a lot later is what I'm trying to say. They were here a lot later than the dinosaurs were. So this is big news. This is again something it's huge in the way of paleo media. It's huge in the world of science. So let me know what you guys think below. Is this a good idea? Do you think this is actually going to be possible? Do you think that colossal laboratories and biosciences, I thought it was just colossal bioscience. God, that name sounds kind of cool. Like, welcome to Paleo Park, brought to you by Colossal Biosciences. Like, it's kind of cool. I could imagine seeing colossal all over the sides of tank, or like big cages and everything instead of InGen. But they say they could have it here by 2028. And that's their goal, is to bring back a mammoth by 2028. So do you think that in 3 years' time, we will have a mammoth on this earth again? Let me know in the comments below what you think of this. Do you think this is an amazing idea, or do you think we are playing God a little too much? Let me hear it from my Ian Malcolms in the comment section and my John Hammonds in the comment section, so I can know where you all sit on this topic. I am, of course, your host, Brooding Gamer, and I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, by all means, leave a like and go ahead and subscribe for more paleo news, Jurassic Park, all that cool Jurassic goodness, because we're always doing toy hunts, we're always doing unboxings, and of course, we're always talking about the latest in news, video games, and movies. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Brooding Gamer, signing out.